is.
That's
Danny, what about you?
Yeah. Oh, so you're asking everybody else. I thought you were asking me. Yeah. What's your favourite sport, everybody? Sorry, I'm trying to put my massive head in front of the lights that are behind me. I'm in a hotel room in Istanbul, and the lighting's not great. But my favourite sport is Formula One. It's Formula One.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
like Formula One, James?
Does that count as a sport?
Yeah, they're like, you have to be like super fit to drive a Formula One car. I think a normal person would probably pass out from the G-force. So
Okay.
it's and it's a team sport as well. There's a whole team behind it. But I used to I was really into football when I was younger, but I watch a lot of national sports like cricket and rugby, and but F1 can fit into my life because it's on every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm too busy to be watching a football match 4 times a week.
Yeah.
So it's like at least I can say, look, once every 3 weeks, give me 2 hours of my life, please.
What about American football? You ever watch that?
I think no, I don't. I've watched it a bit. I'm trying to be polite.
No, that's fine. That's
I
fine.
I prefer rugby union to American football, and that's not because I'm a Brit. It's very physical. I'm not like a massive fan of rugby, but you watch it and it's what they're doing is pretty insane. It's like superhuman. Whereas I don't know, American football, there's a lot of gear, right? There's a lot of padding and helmets, and the game, like American games, stop a lot.
Yeah, that's true. That's a big difference. Yeah, American football commercials 24/7. It's very hard to watch. So no, I totally get that.
I actually remember the first time I ever went to the States, I've just been really confused. Like, is that last program finished or are we on to a new one? It was like the frequency of adverts was like genuinely, I'm not joking either. It was genuinely difficult to know whether you were still watching a program or not. It was really hard.
Yeah, nope, that happens. Well, I want to welcome people in the audience. Cove, good to see you. Emil, awesome. Can't wait to see Danny shining again on a live AMA. So yeah, we're always thankful to have Danny. Can I ask, before we get going here, what are you doing in Istanbul? Is that business or is that pleasure?
No. There's no pleasure. No pleasure for me. Well, business is pleasure, obviously.
Yeah, that's right.
I love what I do. But no, we've got our last show. Obviously, we've done London. We did Austin a few weeks ago, which was brilliant. A great event in the US. And we've attended other events, and yeah, so our last event before we launch in June is Istanbul, and actually this region is like really vibrant from a crypto perspective. So yeah, here for a few days representing the Foxify brand.
Okay, very good. Love it. Well, 3 things I want to talk about today. This is just based on what my audience has been asking me and talking about. So first off, you don't need to introduce yourself. We all know who you are. Almost the king of DeFi, we might start to say. But can you talk to us?
Don't. If AJ hears you say that, he will mess you up.
Well, you can have multiple kings. That's the trick. That's the trick that I use. You can have multiple kings. But can you go ahead, start off again, just if people in the audience are not, if you're watching this as a recording, perhaps too, tell us about Foxify. What is Foxify? What are you looking to be? I know you're probably tired of talking about it, but just let us know, what is Foxify?
Yeah, I'll never get tired. Never get tired of talking to you, James. But so Foxify is a decentralized trading platform. It offers both perpetuals and options. Offers quite an innovative form of options, which is peer-to-peer options, enabling traders to either provide liquidity in an option, and the market then sets the rate, and then people trade against each other on the outcome of that option at maturity. And then we've got perpetuals up to 50 times leverage. Trading blue chips, and there's also lots of other opportunities within the platform as well. But the kind of backstory really is that the number one concern of any trader is the solvency of their platform, right? And actually, when you survey lots of traders across different scales, the number 2 thing that people are interested in is actually user experience, and then a close number 3 is trading fees. And so decentralized platforms, there's many of them. I think there's like 95 on DeFi Llama, but there's only really a few that have had a degree of success, and all of those solve problem number 1, which is, you no longer need to worry about whether your platform is going to be solvent when you wake up in the morning. But they don't solve problem number 2, which is when you move from CeFi into DeFi. It's quite a barrier to entry. We forget because we're used to it, but MetaMask, working out gas, bridging, all of those things are really inhibitive to the growth of DeFi. So when you land on Foxify, you can create an account with your email. You can create a wallet with your email, and it will send the seed phrase to your email address. So you don't even really know you've done it, And then you can on-ramp. You can choose gasless transactions, so the smart contract will pay the gas on your behalf and then deduct it from your balance, and then you can off-ramp as well. So the whole experience is like CeFi, but with the trust of DeFi sitting underneath it, as well as being very innovative in terms of the feature set, liquidity provision, and obviously lots of other stuff we're doing as well.
Okay, very cool. No, I love it. I even saw BitBoy was talking about he started using MetaMask. He had never used it before, and like there's a huge barrier of entry. Like even crypto people, we forget it when we hear in DeFi that MetaMask and Uniswap and all these things. These are even foreign to a lot of crypto people. And DeFi is its own thing. So I love that you're trying to kind of get down that barrier to entry. I love that.
Absolutely.
All right, so that was first question. Second question is, tell us about this mint, what these NFTs do. I had some people that minted them, but they're like, we don't know what these do, what they're for, or anything like that. So tell us about this mint, what these NFTs are, and when people can mint them.
Yeah, only in crypto. Mint first, ask questions later.
Exactly.
And they're free, right? So then there's, they are limited in supply and they are free, and it's part of a much broader sort of go-to-market marketing strategy. But the NFTs, almost like a Willy Wonka style system. You could mint a gold, silver, or a bronze, and the gold, there's 1 in 100 of gold. And if you're lucky enough to mint a gold, that you can use that on the platform to get 25% off the trading fees, which is huge, right? If somebody's trading volume, that is a very valuable NFT to somebody. The silver is 10% off the trading fees, and then the bronze you can mint every wave. There's 4 waves actually, and or you could acquire a couple off the market, and you can actually chop in 5 bronze for. Sorry, I'm using English slang again. You can exchange 5 bronze for a silver. So that's how the 3 work. But you just have to do a couple of social tasks to get onto the whitelist, and then you've got an opportunity to mint a free NFT. It's a great way of creating some sort of some community engagement leading up to our beta as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So these are going to be free NFTs, but again, like you said, if they're saving on trading fees, you may want to use it yourself, but there might be big traders that are interested in those NFTs, and there'll probably be a resale market for those. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It would, as long as there's volume and traders on the platform, then the gold should be worth thousands of dollars.
Okay. So so even if you're not thinking, oh, I don't have a lot of money, I'm not going to be trading, I'm not going to be messing around with futures, these still have value because there are people who are going to be wanting to do huge volumes. And if they can save 20% on their trading fees, I mean, that could save them thousands and thousands of dollars. So it's still worth the mint. And again, free mint. Do you want to tell us kind of what are the steps, and when is mint date, and what do people need to do if they want to be part of this mint?
Yeah, so whitelist is still open. We're on wave 2 now, and you join our Discord and join the Discord, and then there's something called Zealy. So you just do a little bit of campaigns. You help us, we help you. There's no cost for the mint. Jump through a couple of hoops, follow our socials, comment, and then you get yourself on the whitelist with an opportunity to mint one of these, and then fingers crossed time from there, hoping that you mint a gold one. Oh, I've lost you, James. No audio.
Oh, sorry. I had the mute on. So you're going to go into the Foxify Discord, which is it's discord.gg. I'll put links here below as well. Discord.gg/Foxify trade. Yep. And just hop in there. There's going to be I think there's a Google form in there that you need to fill out, and then you get put on the whitelist, and then you can mint for free at that point. So and
join James's team when you mint. James's team's looking a bit sorry. I think it's got like 8 people in it.
Hey, that's 8 people that wouldn't have been there, without me.
Absolutely. But they're all quants.
Maybe one of those guys is a $1 billion trader. You know,
Exactly.
you don't know.
Exactly.
You just don't know.
I'm banking on you. But there's lots more to Foxify as well, right? So we've got the NFT mint right now, but there will be a Foxify token which you can stake to earn a share of fees, and we've also got liquidity provision token as well for perpetuals. So, like my only goal in 2023 is that I get back on to James's passive income stories. So because we got booted.
Yeah, well, hey, that's a goal of mine too. I hope to see Foxify on there for sure. So I want every single person in the audience, there's no reason not to do this, free NFT potential value. I want you to go to the Foxify Discord. My team needs help. Okay, that's why I'm doing this AMA. I need your guys' help. Go to the Foxify Discord, complete the Google form, minting on May 12th at 8 p.m. UTC. And I never know what UTC is. It's 3 p.m. Central Time. Okay, so here in the US. And Funny Toro says, Pocket, I'll be minting under you. That is not cool, Funny Toro. No, I need help on my team. So that's the first two questions that I had. I won't keep you too long. I know you're busy. You got a lot of stuff going on. I mainly just wanted info on the mint, what exactly the NFT was. Third thing, people keep asking me, and how does this affect MDB holders? And I got a lot of people in my community that are big MDB holders. And they're wanting to know, hey, what's the future for MDB? Is this gonna help MDB? What's gonna happen with that? Do you just want to talk into that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So look, MDB has resources, and MDB is the first and largest investor at the moment, the single largest investor into Foxify, and that means that as a part of that deal, MDB has a big chunk of supply of Foxify tokens, and they'll all be staked, and it means that the protocol has, if we do what we're planning to do, and we're pulling some pretty big levers. We're live on James Pelton, for God's sake. Then you've got, if we do what we want to do, and our goal is to be top 5 DeFi trading platform almost immediately after launch, and to really change the game. We achieve that, then MDB and MDB holders, which includes me, by the way. I've never sold any of my team allocation from MDB in over a year, and so like my future is always completely aligned with everybody else's, and MDB will be in a very, very happy place as long as Foxify is successful.
Okay, very good. We got some questions in the audience. Let's see. James, what's your passive income play with Foxify? A futures bot? Who's building bots for this DEX? Possibly, but you can stake the Foxify token, correct? And there will be an APY given with that.
Yeah, there's a couple of things. So you can provide liquidity to the liquidity pool. So if you imagine, you then almost become the bank that provides the leverage for traders, and in return, that pool it does well if traders are unsuccessful, and it also then earns a large percentage of the fees. So anywhere up to 75% of the trading fees go back into that pool, and it earns Bitcoin, ETH, stable, and a little bit of Foxify. So it's heavily weighted towards blue chips and stable that you earn. So that's a great play for anyone that's a liquidity provider that isn't a trader, or you can buy the Foxify token, and you can stake that, and you earn 50% blue chip, 50% native, so 50% more Foxify, and you can choose to take profit, you can choose to compound that into the perps pool, or you can just leave it to recompound back into itself. There's a number of different ways. We'll be like the Beatles in the US charts on James's passive income plays this year.
There you go. I love
Top
it.
5.
Yeah, I need the help. So no, I love it. Appreciate it.
You're doing drips flying, not to shill other projects. I saw your video, and how much more work is MDB's farms than drip? I'm just curious.
No, the MDB farms is way easier. Drip, you have to go in and deal with a lot of hate. That's one thing I don't like about drip. We can do that. People forget too that with drip, I have like 7,000 referrals, and that's been a big. I try to like mention that because this is not like typical. But yeah, I mean the drip chart is just awful. Let's not talk about drip. It gets me kind of fired up, and I always get in trouble. They start meme competitions and things like that, and not out of fun. I see once in a while there's memes from somebody in the MDB community, but usually they're flattering or like they're saying good things. So I appreciate that.
Have you seen that film In Time with Justin Timberlake?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
love that one.
You're like the guy who's got all of the time, and you just
That's right. No, and then say everybody's after it. Let's see here. What about the Zealy airdrop? I know nothing about this. So, Danny, I'm hoping that you know something about this.
Good question. We've got so much going on. These sessions are great for reminding us of all of the great things. So we're doing a big airdrop, tens of thousands of dollars worth of Foxify be given away on our airdrop. I say given away. It's not given away because people have to earn it, right? It's not. We're all grafting out here, and it's a real race to the top. So the way it works is that you do a Zealy campaign, which is jump through some social hoops, post something, follow our socials, and maybe you can also earn points by inviting people to the community, and then you move up the league table. And without talking specifics, if you're in sort of the top 10 at the end of that process, it's going to be a nice bag for people, and there'll be a cutoff point, right? There has to be sort of a barrier to entry at some point, but the further you are up that leaderboard, then the larger portion of those tens of thousands of dollars of airdrop that you'll get. So, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And I'm going to leave a link to the Zealy dashboard. So this is where you go, and this is where all the quests are of different things that you can do to get more points, to be in there, be part of the leaderboard. So I'll leave a link to that. Go check that out. Again, this is all going to be, I think, all free stuff. So again, there's not really reason to not do it. It's just a great way to kind of grow the community. So again, I don't give financial advice, but I will give activity advice. And I will say, everyone go here and just see. I mean, this could be an easy way to make a little bit of money. I mean, I don't even care if you do it in the background while you're listening to this AMA. That would be.
You've got to be careful, James. Someone will die in the act of liking our Twitter post, and you will be held personally responsible.
Yeah, they'll do it while driving or something and get in an accident. So that could happen. Cool. I take no responsibility. Keith wants to know: is there a pre-sale for Foxify tokens?
Oh, so we're in negotiations with a few launch pads. Now this isn't like we have funding, and for us, any additional funding is more about just more push, more marketing, rather than sort of, so it's a strategic choice, and we are in negotiations with a few launch pads. If we do something, there's two options that we can do. We can do something that's vested, which, I think most of the traffic and the hype comes because people want to get in early and then sell, right? This is crypto. We know it's the elephant in the room. That's what a lot of people are trying to do. And so we don't want to create a situation where there's a huge amount of supply that's there for like a pump and dump. So if we do something that's just pure tokens pre-sale, it will be very limited, and it'll be very hard to get, to be honest. But we're negotiating with a few launch pads at the moment. I think, with the community we've got and the engagement we've got, I think if we did a 500k token pre-sale on a launch pad, I don't know what you think, James. I'm fairly confident it would just sell in seconds, with sort of the community and the engagement we've got. So that's an option that's being considered. And then we're also thinking, well, actually, is there a way? So we're talking to VCs and institutional investors. Is there a way that we can offer what they get out to normal people as well, so that almost that decentralized economy where people can have the opportunity that institutional investors. So we're mulling that over at the moment, but I think chances are there's like a 99% chance that we probably will have a small token pre-sale on a launch pad, which then obviously helps us, because we're moving, we're building on Arbitrum. It's a new chain for us. It's a new community. As a chain, they're amazing, by the way, super supportive for projects, connecting us with everybody. But things like a launch pad pre-sale really help create a lot of focus for your project as well.
Love it. And my audience, I think locked up tokens would be great. I'll gladly take vested tokens. So yeah, there'd be a lot of interest in that for sure. Let's see.
Why is he laughing though? I know the meme plug as well. Why are you laughing? I feel like he's trolling us.
Yeah, why are you trolling? I think that's a great idea. Vested tokens would be awesome.
He needs to. He's such a degen. I'll be doing him a favor. If he'd held on to his MDB, the man would be. He'd be a happy boy.
That's right. And look who's leading Zealy. Oh, yep,
Ooh.
it is you.
Is it you, James?
Nope, it's Cove. I was gonna ask the winners from the Zealy airdrops. It's not gonna just go to the top person, right? Like is it gonna be kind of random, but you get more entries if you're up top?
I think the difficulty is you're being very open. As soon as you say free money in this industry, right? There's someone in the arse end of nowhere who spins up a bot, right? That just whirls around, doesn't add any value to anybody, but then sucks the life out of really what could be rewards for hardworking people. So for that reason, what we'll do is we'll create a barrier to entry. So, i.e., people that have just used these bots and then do one task, thousands across lots of accounts, then they'll get cut off. Yeah. And that'll allow us to concentrate more rewards into real people that are real supporters as well. So yeah, I can't guarantee, but we expect the top 10 to be 4 figures.
Wow.
So top 10 is a great place to be. And the other places will be reflective of the amount of effort that goes in, right? I think you like a post, it takes you like 3 seconds. I'm not sure, that's worth $1,000. So, but it will be fair. There'll be a fair distribution.
Okay. Love it. Awesome. What might be a range of yields with the staking? Is there any way really to know that, or like, what are your kind of estimations? I'll just put the question out there.
Yeah, and we do. What we do? We do give estimates because it's and we just put a big caveat on it. So we expect that the staking yields to be north of 20%, right? So that's our goal, and but it also depends on your buyer, right? So if it's doing 100%, that means the revenue to supply ratio is very high, and that means that probably the price of it would 5x, and then all of a sudden 100 becomes 20%, right? And so it isn't the same for everybody, but our goal is for it to be 20% concurrent over time. We expect it to be much higher from launch, and also from a liquidity incentive program. We're discussing that at the moment. We're considering a sort of an incentive to early liquidity providers. So James is he's billions of dollars. He could just take a few million out of his pot, put them in the purpose liquidity pool, and we'd maybe say, look, we guarantee you 3% a month. So if it comes in at 2.5, we'll top it up. If it comes in at 3.5, then it's just more money in James's safe.
Finally, I've been looking for something to do with my billions, and so I'm so excited. There's finally something here. Let's see.
You've been looking for how long? 18 months?
A long time. Well, unfortunately, in crypto, my billions have become millions. So it'll become thousands here before too long. So let's see. Keith says, is there a way to get Tyson Fury to show up at people's houses, threaten to force them into using Foxify? You're not going to have to do that because everyone's going to want to use Foxify. No,
exactly. Yeah, James's grandma is going to be using Foxify.
I leave my grandma out of things now. I regret that mistake, bringing her into things. That's caused pain. Can you tell me more about the double staking rewards? Emil says.
Yeah, great question. So we've got something called leveraged liquidity, and I don't want to go all YL and E and ZK and stuff because I know it gets a bit complex sometimes in DeFi. But put very simply, you can take a farm. Say you've got Arbitrum ETH pair, right, and it's earning you 25%. You can take your farm, drop it into our vault. Our vault will farm it for you, and then the receipt token will be then staked in our purpose liquidity pool. Which means you can, if you had $1,000, James, out of your bazillions, then your $1,000 can earn in the farm and also in our perps pool at the same time. You're leveraging that liquidity in 2 places at the same time. It increases your risk a little bit because if one goes down, it impacts the value in the other one. But if it was 40% in the perps LP and 25% in the farm, you would now get 65% for your $1,000 farmed.
Okay. Nope. It makes a lot of sense. Okay. Does anybody else in the audience have any questions? I wanted to just keep this short and sweet. Just wanted to explain. Again, people had a lot of questions about the NFTs. So I think we talked through that pretty well. Danny, was there anything that you wanted to touch on before we kind of wrap up here?
Yeah, I think one thing I do want to touch on actually, because you're a man that's been around from a business perspective, and it's a well honed technique when you want to close something out. You say, "I know you're a busy man, so we'll," which is it's code word for
Yeah, you know all the tricks.
Yeah, it sounds like you're being polite, but you're telling me it's over. But yeah, look, the other things I think we can easily underdo it, right? I think when you look at the Foxify brand, it's very deliberate, and that's not because we want to compete with meme coins. It's because actually we see a much bigger opportunity. One thing that hasn't happened in Web3 so far, whilst there's lots of decentralized trading platforms, is that nobody's really succeeded outside of crypto. And our long-term strategy is to take sort of a Web3 decentralized model without custody of funds and expand beyond crypto over time, and leverage the same model, compliance permitting in stocks, commodities, forex. And so really we see our long-term competitors as the likes of eToro, Robinhood, and that's really where the Foxify branding comes from. It's very vivid for a reason, because it's the long-term plan is very broad market appeal, and it's not just for traders, right? I think on the option side, it's really interesting because trading is always trading is high risk. You have to be super careful with trading. What we will provide data, and the UI will also reflect hints and tips for people that might want to provide liquidity on specific options. We'll provide sort of like probability hints, so people can make educated decisions on, okay, well, that rate seems quite low on ETH going plus 1% in 4 hours, so I'll offer a better rate, and it's in a a medium risk situation rather than say a high risk situation. So I think that opens up a different side of trading where you can be a liquidity provider on specific options, and that's super cool. But Foxify, clearly from a liquidity, from a staking, from even just leveraging your farm in our liquidity pool, then to earn more APY, it's multifaceted. You'd be very hard pushed if you're into DeFi and you're looking for yield. You'd be very hard pushed not to find something in Foxify that fits with you.
Okay, gotcha. And then Keith says, thank you, Danny, for being one of the good guys in DeFi, praying for great success for Foxify. So as am I. And I do appreciate you just keep building. You could just be content with MDB and hey, let's just stick here. But I love that you're still building, adding more to the space. And I hope it gets really big. Again, I want to be a part of spreading that out. So no, appreciate you building.
Yeah, thank you, Keith. One man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist, but I appreciate the kind words.
Cub says too, as a Foxify affiliate, James yourself, when are we going to see a competition for a gold NFT? I don't know. We'll have to talk about that. But good question. We'll talk about that. Also, I'm going to be in Dubai this weekend. I don't suppose you have any plans to be anywhere near there, do you?
No, I'm actually I fly home on Friday from Istanbul, and I'm not leaving the country until Foxify launches. I'm all planed out. So, what are you doing in Dubai?
There's let's see, how should I word this? There's a project that I have in the past spoken negatively about, and they want to convince me to not speak negatively about them anymore. So coming out to Dubai, and I'll bring up my concerns and things like that. We'll see how it goes. So a lot of fights to get to the top.
Does it rhyme with field code?
No, it does not. It's GS Partners is the one that I'm going out to visit. Their corporate is in Dubai. So and just kind of seeing who's around during that time.
Partners. Are they gold or
they do forex trading?
Okay.
So, but it's some of my concerns is there's a lot of info on, hey, here's the bonuses you get if you bring new people in, and there's not that much info on the actual forex trading. Yeah. So just I don't know.
You're going to go and audit them, James?
We're not calling it an audit, and we're just going to go and check things out. That's basically, I'm their guest, and I'm just going to check things out.
We're really relocating to Dubai, actually. So you'll have to come and stay with me and the family in the future when you come over.
Oh, I would love. You're moving to Dubai?
We are. Yeah, we are.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow. Big. Okay. Cool. I would love that. I would love to meet your family and stay with you. I was bummed I missed you in Austin, but My daughter's birthday was the same time, and I figured I needed to, you
did bring her into the world and all.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I feel like I had one more question timeline stuff. Are you guys still looking? I see the DApp is set to launch June 23rd. Is that still kind of correct?
Yeah, so sort of our cut-off launch date is the end of June. We'll actually have a beta that starts before that. We're ready to start auditing smart contracts in maybe a week, 10 days time. We're negotiating with a couple of sort of big brand name auditors, and that'll be closed off in the next week, 10 days, and then we should be in a position where we can start internal beta with the options by the end of May, and then start to open up beta. If you're a holder of an NFT, by the way, you'll automatically get your access, and then by just coming on, trying out the platform, trading a little bit of volume, that'll also help boost you up the rankings as well for the big airdrop. So our goal is end of June, but clearly this is development, and we go into the beta with eyes open, and we won't release anything that isn't anything less than world class.
Okay. Love it. Really excited to see it. We will go ahead and close with this. If you're wanting to get NFT whitelist, this is all free stuff. But here's the Zealy quest board. You can go in there. There's going to be big airdrops there. Complete the required tasks to get XP. Join the Foxify Discord. Claim your role. Complete the Google form. Mint date May 12th at 8 p.m. UTC, which is 3 p.m. CST. And be part of the Foxify community. And again, all these 5 things are going to be free. So I would say everyone here in the audience should go do those things. Help out my team numbers. If nothing else, so I quit getting guff, we'll say, from people. So please go and do that and join my team. So I want to thank audience. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you guys. A lot of love for you, Danny, in my community. Danny's such an amazing CEO. You're going to give him a big head. Somebody needs to come on here.
My head is already massive. Look
yes. Somebody needs to balance.
Out of proportion.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, you're a great CEO. I can't even think of it. I was going to try to insult you.
I am. Do people always say really nice things about me? I'm so far from perfect. It's unreal.
I'm sure you are. We'll bring your family on and say, hey, give us some of Danny's faults.
Oh yeah, that's what you're doing. The AMAs with the wrong person. You need to wheel Alice out.
Yeah.
A couple of tequilas, and then bang, she'll tear me apart.
And we'll get the dirt.
Yeah,
awesome. That'll be next one. Next one will be with Alice, not with you. So, but audience, appreciate you guys very much. Always appreciate. So thankful. I wish I had more ways to say it. Maybe I'll write my audience a poem or something. But I appreciate you guys watching. Again, I can only do what I do because you guys are here and show up day after day for all my I have so many AMAs, and you guys show up for so many of them. I'm so appreciative. Please hit like on the way out. Even if you're watching this as a replay, please hit like. It really helps. And Danny, thank you for your time. Thanks for building, and keep me in the loop on things, and we'll grow Foxify to the moon. That's our goal.
Wow. We're not Pepe. No disrespect to the frog, but yeah, no, we want to be a market leader. So bigger than Pepe. And you will do it. When you reach 3 figures in your affiliate team, we will make it. That's right. That's my goal. So I'll do what I can. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate you, James. Yeah, no, appreciate you guys as well. So you guys are all amazing. Appreciate all of you, and hope you all have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much.